Hello everyone, this is the teaser video for this coming Sunday, September 4th. It is Labor Day weekend, so if you are traveling for Labor Day weekend, we ask that you be safe and that you are able to enjoy yourself. Kids are all back in school. They're getting used to the routine again. If you wonder how hard it is to get back into a routine that the kids are with school, just think of COVID when everybody who had to get back in the routine of going to church. And obviously, a lot of people still have never gotten back into that routine. They stopped going to church during COVID and they haven't gone back since. It's hard to get into a routine, once you've broken it. So the kids are getting back into that routine of school. Now, the passage I'm preaching on this coming Sunday is 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verses 13 to 16. 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verses 13 to 16. You'll have to look up the history of the passage, the background. I will be covering it, but this passage is actually God's answer to Solomon, but you kind of have to understand what's leading up to this. I also think this passage tells us how we're supposed to pray and how we're supposed to approach the Lord in our relationship with God as far as sending our prayers up to the Lord. Now, the title of my sermon is Instant Gratification because we live in a world now where we want immediate answers. We want immediate everything. We got drive-through windows. We can nuke a dinner in a couple minutes. We got information on our fingertips is on internet. We got spell check, grammar check is on our computers. We have a lot of things that are correcting and taking care of things immediately. We can go up to an ATM and get cash in a matter of seconds. Make a phone call and somebody will pick you up in a car. We have all these things that, people want answers now and they do not want to have to wait. People can have food delivered, can have groceries delivered, products get delivered. They never have to leave the comfort of their house. And some of us, approach our prayer life that exact same way. We go, it's something that, hey, something's happening. I need to pray about it. I'm just going to pray about it. God needs to answer it. And then you move on to the next thing on your list. Well, this passage, I think there's a 4-step kind of instruction of how to pray in this passage. And I think when we understand our relationship with God and how we're supposed to approach Him in prayer, we understand that it can't just be looking for instant answers, instant gratification. It takes a relationship. It takes that bond to be built. And it takes a certain approach to prayer. And, as we look at the 4 steps and I talk about, some people may understand then why their prayers are unheard or unanswered. Because this passage kind of lists, and one of the requirements is you need to be a believer. How many non-believers throw up prayers to God when things are going wrong, but nothing in their lifestyle, nothing in their actions, nothing in their faith shows them to be a believer? So if they're not a believer in God, why are they praying? And then why are they complaining when their prayers aren't answered? See if you can figure out the 4-step process of prayer and to properly pray and to be in the right mindset that's in here in the passage of 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verses 13 to 16. And make sure you understand the background and see why the title Instant Gratification, my opening is going to be about instant gratification and the culture that we live in. Why is that key to what this passage is teaching here? Again, this passage is God's response to Solomon, King Solomon. So this is going to take a little effort on your part. So for those of you who've been doing the teaser and like to reflect back on it, understand the historical background on this and what does that have to do or not have to do with instant gratification, and see if you can find the 4 steps of the process of being in the right frame to pray to God, to expect your prayers to be heard. That's a little bit of work. It is Labor Day weekend. Again, if you're gonna be away, we're gonna miss you. And if you're gonna be there, I look forward to seeing everyone on the 4th. Until then, take care. Be safe.